What is going on, everybody, and welcome to another video on my channel. Thank you for tuning in. Today we are going to be talking all about the newly nerfed operator and why we just need to get a little bit more creative to get maximum effectiveness out of this gun. We're going to be trying to cover all of the sniping angles on all of the maps, and we're even going to be creating some of our own using Sage's wall to get to some unique angles that your opponents will probably not be expecting. So let's hop right into Split and start sniping. This Sage only spot is a great one to catch an early pick on an attack from A main, and is very unlikely to be punished because of the unique angle. Here is another Sage created spot that abuses a small gap in the wall to avoid being spotted as you snipe down ramps into A main. Sage's barrier orb can also be used on attack to peek over A main and catch someone holding the defensive angle from heaven. This angle is great on attack or when lurking to catch a rotation from B over to A. If the defending Sage walls mid, we can use our wall to peek over it and into middle vents to surprise anyone playing there. Defending on the B site, we can watch Garage from this elevated angle and get an early pick on rushing attackers. Alternatively, we can peek the other side of the garage from this angle that can also be used to throw off an attacker's crosshair placement. This Sage wall lets us peek into heaven when rotating from A and trying to retake the B site. You can also see that it's not possible to access this angle without the Sage wall. This is a pretty unique angle that will definitely catch anyone rotating from A through the defender spawn off guard. And this spot is probably the most common but still an effective way to peek mid when you're playing defense. Let's head on over to Haven and check out some more sniper spots there. Most players peek the boxes at ground level, so going up and over them can catch A attackers sleeping. It also protects your lower half from return fire. This angle is great for watching rotations into heaven after planting the bomb on attack. Most people will check the top box in mid, but this angle protects your lower half and throws off crosshair placement. This angle is even harder for people to watch for because of how far back in the B side it is. It also allows you to change elevation. Here's another angle that is pretty common, but using the wall protects half of our body and messes with crosshair placement. This angle is also common to snipe from, but the wall gives us a unique spot that can confuse attackers for an easy pickoff. Adding a little bit of elevation to a commonly peaked spot is enough of an advantage to win a reaction time aim duel with the operator. Placing this wall early gives you two angles to peek C long from, and also means the wall will be at full health when the attackers try to push. This unique angle is perfect for catching a flanker from C or when trying to retake the site on defense. This is a slightly odd angle to attack B from and might catch a defender by surprise. This spot on A long gives you a perfect angle into heaven and allows you to cover your teammates as they push up onto site. Now it's time to head over to Bind. Most teams attack B site from hookah and long at the same time, so this wall lets you watch one angle without taking fire from the other. This wall stalls a push into hookah and also lets you change elevation to confuse crosshair placement. Many defending players like to peek out of hookah, so this angle will often catch them off guard for an easy pickoff. Heaven is a very common spot for defenders to snipe from, so this angle can give you a surprise advantage to counter them. This wall gives us a slightly different peek into A short and some cover to retreat behind. Here's another pretty common spot to peek from, but using the wall allows us to cover part of our body or could save an allied agent some utility to get on top of the truck. This angle is perfect for holding the site against rotations from the defender's spawn after planting the bomb on attack. Now let's head over to Ascent and check out the spots there. This first wall gives us a bit of an advantage on attackers in A main, as well as some cover to hide behind from return fire. This wall gives us a unique angle if we are playing with a Jett who has her ultimate out and can hit knives into the site by jumping and shooting. This wall lets us peek several angles and move between them pretty freely when trying to hold the site against an A push. This is a very common angle to peek, but looking over the boxes instead of around them could win us a duel. This angle is great for attacking into market or on defense when trying to flank enemies who are pushing up middle, and allows you to reposition in a couple of unique spots to surprise them. Here is a unique angle to hold after planting on B site from rotations coming from the defender's spawn. And here is another unique one when defending the site from attackers on the B side. These elevated spots can give you an advantage against a B push, as well as cover when you fall back after shooting. This angle gives you some cover for your body and a much wider look into the middle of the map. Here's the surprise angle to check for attackers on the catwalk that doesn't leave you as exposed as checking from market would. These angles could be used on both attack after planting as well as holding the A site on defense. This last angle requires a bit of teamwork, but also gives you a big advantage on any defender trying to peek out of the tree room on catwalk. Alright everybody, thank you for watching. That's it for this video, and I hope it was helpful in helping you become a more smooth operator in Valorant.